Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Mike over at the B Spot, just leaving one of my closings. Little investment property for one of my investors. They've had this property for 20 years. They've had the same tenant in the property for 15 years. And it's been a pretty stress-free situation. You know, a lot of people don't want to play the landlord rent game because you have the ups and downs that come along with it. But let me give you some numbers and maybe you can take it into consideration. Back in the 80s when the oil industry bust, they were able to pick these properties up anywhere from $8,000 to about $20,000 a property. So they picked this property up. They've had the same tenant in it. They've been charging $600 a month since this tenant has been in this property. Of course, they could have increased it, but the tenant was so good, they was helping the tenant and giving back to the tenant. So that's at $600 a month. That's about $7,200 a year that they collected on this property. So over the run of 20 years, they've collected $144,000 in rent alone. They bought it for about 18, right at 20. They sold it for 75, so that's another 55. So they took $20,000, invested it into this house back in the 80s, and they walked away with $199,000 over the process of the term, minus a little maintenance and repair here and there of the life of it. So if you do the numbers and you take out $100 a month for taxes and insurance, they made about $4,800 a year. You multiply that times 12 and then multiply that times 20, they made about $96,000. They sold it for 75. They bought it for 20. So you take that 96 along with that 55. They took that $20,000, invested it into that property, and that $20,000 ended up making $151,000. Yes, everybody don't want to play the landlord game, but here's an option. Take your time, grow your money slow, and as you get older, you can cash out and start selling your properties one at a time. And that'll be a little retirement fund for you. Just a different option, different angle. Everybody has their own method, own route. But where else can you? You got to learn to make your money. Make money. B Spot. More than the average realtor. We're here to help assist, buy, sell, flip, lease, or whatever you may need.